Saturday, my first program tonight. It's storytelling around the fire circle and then a night hike, which I enjoy. I love it. I love the stories that I tell. They have good messages. One of my favorite ones, and this kind of has to do with why I just stopped watching YouTube this morning. I watched like a minute at the most, but I'll get to that. One of my favorite stories is a story about a young man. Well, actually, he was a boy that became a man because in probably all native cultures throughout the world, not just Native American, is that there are rites of passage. When a boy becomes a man, they have to do something. And usually it involves some form of a vision quest. And I'm not going to tell the story right now, but it really underscores the importance of the division of labor between male and female. People are trying to tell you that the patriarchy, it's all colonial, no, it's not. It's the mark of a successful society, is that they realize the differences between, and they run with it, because everyone has to be useful. Everyone, both sides of the gender fence, are useful. And it's what people are missing nowadays, with this whole everything is a human right, everything should be free. They are glossing over the fact that somebody has to build and repair roads, build that free house that you want, maintain that free house that you want, pay the property taxes on that free house that you want, work in the oil fields, dive below the ocean surface and weld, climb trees with chainsaws, climb power poles at 3 in the morning when the tree limbs fall over them. Yeah, I can't even talk. I need another Red Bull. During a storm, climb to the top of a tower on a skyscraper to change the light bulbs. Work in a foundry. The list goes on and on. Hard work, bravery, and aggression are important to keep things running. You might dream of the place where everything is handed out free and puppy dogs and lollipops come down from the rainbow heavens and, do all the heavy lifting, but that's not the way it works, my friends. Somebody has to keep the lights on. I'm going to jump a little bit. Why? Why, John? Why did you just turn YouTube off and go back to Blue Bloods? I was watching this smug young parent who knows all the answers to parenthood, talking about raising a gender-neutral kid. People, parenting is the long game. Yeah, the long game. You don't grade yourself as a parent after 5 years. You grade yourself as a parent after that child of yours has become an adult. Are they independent? Are they strong? Are they emotionally stable? Do they perform a service necessary to keep the lights on? Are they living in your basement playing video games, weeping if somebody hurts their feelings, or are they out there doing it? Then and only then can you grade yourself as a parent. Well, okay. So, it so happened that there was a 13-year-old boy. He was the son of a chief. Why not tell the story? And it was time for him to prove himself worthy of being a man. It's not just given to you. And so they prepared. They had the ceremonies, and he was sent off for a period of 3 days to sit up on a mountain, build a lean-to, sit there, wait for some pearl of wisdom to strike him so he can come down and share with the people, what he learned from his time alone on that mountaintop. Well, day 1 passed. Nothing happened. Day 2 passed. Nothing happened. Day 3, drawing a blank. So he came back down. His father, the chief, asked him, everyone assembled, to listen to the words that were given to him. It's like, son, what did you learn? He's like, I didn't see, hear anything. I'm drawing a blank, Dad. Well, I have to admit this might have crossed the line a little bit, but being the son of a chief, given another day. Son, you go up on that mountain. You listen carefully. As he's sitting up there, he noticed that suddenly the wind was starting to blow. Rain was starting to happen. And a bear walked up to him and said, "Boy, you're going to be given something tonight, so you pay attention." The bear walked off. When a bear talks to you, you pay attention. And so as the wind was blowing and building in intensity, he noticed that there were two fir trees that started to rock and roll. Well, the wind blew even harder, and those trees started rubbing against each other. He's watching it. Pretty soon, he started hearing squeaking. Then he saw smoke, and then poof, fire. And this is before they knew how to create fire. You could go and you find a lightning strike or some natural form of fire, take it, keep it alive. This was the first time that he ever witnessed that form of fire creation. And so he didn't even wait for the morning. He came screaming down that mountain in the dark. "Hey, everyone, come here." And tired people got out of their lodges and they're like, "What's going on here?" And the boy goes, "Watch this." And he grabbed like a splint of a fir tree. Then he grabbed this dried fir branch. He got down on the ground, he started rubbing it, and everyone's like laughing at him. It's like, and they're watching him and laughing. But pretty soon, they noticed that this black stuff was forming, on the edge of that stack. And pretty soon, smoke appeared, and this big guy shoved the boy out of the way, started doing it with all his might. Pretty soon, poof, fire appeared. I've got to work on my ending here, but you get the drift. First message is that if a bear talks to you, listen. The second message is that is how the people learned how to create fire. Have a good one. And if you're a parent and young, listen to older people. I mean, seriously. You don't learn your entire lesson a fraction through the process. It's the long game. And if your son, or even your daughter, like what happened to me with my son Max, turned 16, he's got all the answers. You still are stopping him from doing certain things, trying to guide him. And he says, "Dad, I hate you." You tell him, just like I told my son, who turned out well. He is a strong, independent, useful adult. I told him, "Max, I don't care if you hate me. That's not my job. My job isn't to be your friend. It's to raise you to be a strong, successful, useful, independent adult, not live in my basement the rest of your life."